Do you know what time it is? I said, do you know what time it is? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for some Dehennis Cowboys baseball. The playoffs start now.
Yeah!
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Live from Marion High School, Game 2 of the Region 4 final between the Fayetteville Lions and your Dehennis Cowboys. Once again, live from Marion High School. This is game number 2 as Dehennis won Game 1 11-2 last night over the Lions. Winner of this series will punch their ticket to the state tournament, as Region 1 Nazareth has already punched their ticket, and Region 2 Abbott, Region 3 Kennard. And those three regions await the Region 4. So it's going to be Fayetteville or Dehennis sometime next week, June 8th at Dell Diamond in Round Rock, Texas. Once again, we'd like to welcome everybody here live on Dehennis Athletics on Facebook and also on YouTube tonight. I'd like to introduce your Dehennis Cowboys, coming in with a record of 25-3 overall. The Fayetteville Lions with a record of 18-9-2. Both coaches will meet at the plate right now, as we're just a bit early. But once again, we'd like to welcome everybody here on Dehennis Athletics, watching the Fayetteville Lions versus your Dehennis Cowboys. This is game number 2 of the best of 3 series. Dehennis leads the series 1-0. Dehennis won game number 1 last night, 11-2. And this is game number 2, and if necessary, game 3 will follow 30 minutes after game 2. I'd like to introduce the Fayetteville Lions under head coach Clint Yeager, assistant coach Marcus Sodak. Starting pitcher today and leading off for them, as the Lions are the designated visiting team, Keegan Supak, followed by Reed Gross, Travis Scully, Logan Fritch, Jake Kubala, Parker Vitek, Chance Kovichka, Easton Yeager, and Cooper Mao. And for your Dehennis Cowboys, getting the start on the mound today is number 6, Ryan Henry. Behind the plate is Ethan Reyes. At third base will be Dalen Gonzalez. At shortstop will be Rain Redden. At second base will be JJ Garcia. At first base is AJ Bridges. And in the outfield for your Cowboys today, starting from left to right, Leighton Herman, Luke Langfield, and Eusebio Tapia. So as we wait them to get introduced, I'd like to let everybody know not to fall for any of those spammers who have been constant all day trying to get someone to click on those links for the broadcast, but there's never a charge here. So live on the Hennis Athletics Facebook and also on YouTube. So don't fall for those spammers because they will take your money. Once again, the Hennis Cowboys are the designated home team for game number 2. Fayetteville, the visiting team. Live here from Marion High School as we get ready for the introduction of both teams and followed by the national anthem. As we are here in the cool breeze, hidden behind the press box, while many fans are out there in the hot sun. And we're waiting for the announcer to begin the announcement of the teams. Once again, the Fayetteville Lions are the designated visiting team. The Cowboys are the home team for game number 2 here from Marion High School.
Game 2 of the regional finals between the Fayetteville Lions and the Hennis Cowboys. Introducing the visiting Lion reserves. Number 1, Carson Korn. Number 3, Lawson Fritz. Number 4, Jonathan Ewis. Number 6, Connor Price. Number 9, Ty Knight. Number 14, Tyler Walchik. Number 16, Luke Korshinnik. Brody Dewey. Number 24, Kellen Lopez. Now the starting lineup. Leading off, starting pitcher, number 12, Keegan Shutok. Batting second, playing center field, number 8, Reed Gross. Batting third, playing shortstop, number 10, Travis Gully. Batting fourth, catching, number 2, Logan Britt. Batting fifth, playing right field, number 13, Jake Kubala. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 11, Parker Vite. Batting seventh, playing left field, number 34, Chance Konvichka. Batting eighth, playing second base, number 25, Easton Yeager. Batting ninth, playing third base, number 17, Cooper Mao. Coaches to the line were Clint Yeager and Marcus Kodak.
And now for the introduction of your Hennis Cowboys.
Team this afternoon, the Cowboy reserves. Number 1, Marcus Hernandez. Number 15, Kobe Portman. Number 18, Aaron Chapman. Number 19, Gabe Hudson. Number 21, Dave Hickory. Number 24, Tanner Soothing. Number 25, Ryan Lewis. Number 33, Jaden Winter. Number 40, Parker Semple. And now the starting lineup. Leading off, playing center field, number 28, Nick Langfeld. Batting second, playing left field, number 22, Nathan Herman. Batting third, catching, number 14, Ethan Reyes. Batting fourth, the starting pitcher, number 6, Ryan Hendry. outfield, number 3, Eusebio Tapia. Playing first base, AJ Bridges. Managers for the Cowboys, Ida Bowe, Daniel Martinez, Say Hope, and coaches for the Cowboys, Todd Kraft, and Phil Young.
And now for our playing of the national anthem. All right, Cowboy fans, we're getting ready to get the game number 2 started, the Region 4 final. Once again, the Cowboys lead the series 1-0 over the Fayetteville Lions as they defeated Fayetteville last night 11-2. And game 2 will get started soon as the D'Hanis Cowboys are the designated home team and the Fayetteville Lions the visiting team.
You're watching live coverage on the D'Hanis Athletics page, home of the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the most up-to-date and late-breaking information. And go Cowboys and Cowgirls! You're watching live coverage on the D'Hanis Athletics page, home of the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the most up-to-date and late-breaking information. And go Cowboys and Cowgirls!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to start game number 2 on the mound for your Cowboys today is number 6, Ryan Henry. Behind the plate, Ethan Reyes. At third base, Daly Gonzalez. Shortstop, Rain Redden. Second base, JJ Garcia. First base, AJ Bridges. And in the outfield from left to right, Leighton Herman, Luke Langfield, and Eusebio Tapia. Leading off the inning for the Lions will be the pitcher, number 12, Keegan Supak. First pitch coming up from Henry. Just misses, ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Supak. Henry with the pitch. Catches the outside corner for strike 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike on Keegan Supak. Ryan Henry on the mound. Ethan Reyes behind the plate. A pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter, Supak. Pitch from Henry. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and out number 1. So up next is the center fielder, number 8, Reed Gross.
batting, the center fielder, number 8, Reed Gross.
The pitch from Henry. Outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on the pitcher. Excuse me, the center fielder, Reed Gross. The pitch from Henry just misses, so 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch from Henry, swung on, hit, chopped over the middle, fielded by Redden at short, fires it over to first to Bridges, and they're going to say they got him in time for out number 2. Nice play by Rain Redden at short to come up after it, field the play, and fired it over to Bridges. Up next is the shortstop, number 10, Travis Gully. Henry with the pitch, high for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes. Henry with a pitch in there for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Gully with 2 outs here in the top of the first. The pitch from Henry. Nice hard hit up the middle as Langfield fields it and fires it in. So single for Travis Gully. And it's going to bring up the catcher, number 2, Logan Fritsch.
Number 2, Logan Fritsch.
So Gully on first for the Lions, and Logan Fritsch at the plate. Ryan Henry on the mound, Ethan Reyes catching. And Henry's going to check the runner at first. Henry with the pitch inside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Henry with the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike on the catcher, Logan Fritsch. Once again with Gully on first for the Lions. Ryan Henry on the mound, Ethan Reyes behind the plate. The pitch, hit, and it's going to go foul down third base line. So the count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball and 2 strikes on the batter. So Gonzalez, Redden, Garcia, and Bridges in the infield for the Cowboys. And in the outfield from left to right, Herman, Langfield, and Tapia. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Henry's going to check the runner. No throw made to first. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch from Henry as the runner goes. Swing and a miss for strike 3. As the Lions leave 1 stranded, we're scoreless. You're listening and watching the Hennis Cowboy Baseball. We'll be right back.
Well, hello there. I bet you didn't know I am a big fan of the Hennis Cowboys and Cowgirls. So go get them and let's win. Remember, we are the Hennis.
Hi, welcome back. I'm certainly glad you could join me today because today is a very, very special day to me, and I'm glad that you're here to share it with me. So let's get started. Tell you what, I want to get you to try being creative on canvas, just to take your time and sit down and have nothing in mind when you start. Just have a good feeling and be happy and in love with life and your world, and sit down and begin playing. Okay, now I'm going to wash the old brush. And as you know, we wash our brushes with odorless thinner, shake off the excess. Just beat the devil out of it. I hope you've enjoyed this one. It's a super little painting. It'll teach you a great deal. And I want to thank you once again for sharing today with me, because this was a very special day. And from all of us here, I'd like to wish you happy painting and God bless.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we'll have the sound off in between innings, as we do not want to get kicked off for any copyright. Leading off the inning for the Cowboys is the center fielder, number 28, Luke Langfield. And the first pitch is high and outside for ball one. On the mound for the Lions is Keegan Supak. Behind the plate is Logan Fritsch. Next pitch, Langfield with a nice hard hit down third base line. He's going to make his way towards second. And it's going to be a stand-up double for Luke Langfield as he continues to keep that bat hot, as he had a fantastic day yesterday afternoon. Up next is the left fielder, number 22, Leighton Herman. The pitch from Supak. Herman lays down a bunt. Fielded by Supak. Fires it over to first. And they're going to get Herman out at third as he moves over Langfield to third base on the bunt. Up next is the catcher, number 14, Ethan Reyes, with Luke Langfield on third for the Cowboys. Supak on the mound for the Lions. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. So no balls and one strike on Ethan Reyes. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike two. So no balls and two strikes on Ethan Reyes, with Luke Langfield standing on third for the Cowboys. Supak with the pitch. Nice hard hit. Gets by the first baseman, and Langfield's going to come in and score. And it's going to be a single, RBI single for Ethan Reyes. And the Cowboys lead 1-0 here. And up next is the pitcher, number 6, Ryan Hendry. As he has Cooper Mal, Gully, Yeager, and Vitek in the infield for the Lions. In the outfield, Konvichka, Gross, and Kabbalah. Checking into the ballgame, the courtesy run is number 25, Ryan Lewis, for Reyes at first. Once again, Ryan Hendry at the plate. The pitch in there for a called strike. So no balls and one strike on Hendry, with Ryan Lewis on first. Courtesy running for Ethan Reyes, with one out here in the bottom of the first. Langfield scored on a Reyes base hit. The pitch, and Hendry sends a shot to left field for a single. So runners now on first and second for the Cowboys. And up next is the designated hitter, number 11, Will Shavy.
Now batting, designated hitter, number 11, Will Shavy. Courtesy running at first.
And we have a courtesy runner.
Kobe Fortner.
Checking into the ball game is number 15, Kobe Fortner for Hendry. So once again, Will Shavy at the plate for the Cowboys. Runners on first and second. Supak on the mound. Delivers a pitch in there for strike one. So no balls and one strike. The pitch, breaking ball, just misses. Ball one. One ball, one strike. With one out here in the bottom of the first, Cowboys leading 1-0. Ryan Lewis on second. Fortner on first. The pitch. And a nice hard hit down deep to right field. And it's going to go over the fence for Will Shavy. A 3-run home run. And Fortner will come in and touch the plate. And now Will Shavy, as he touches the plate, a 3-run home run for Will Shavy. And the Cowboys now lead 4-0 here in the bottom of the first. And we're going to have the Lions huddle up. So Langfield came in to score off a Reyes hit. And Will Shavy brings in Ryan Lewis, Kobe Fortner, and himself off a 3-run home run. And the Cowboys lead 4-0 here early in the bottom of the first. And the huddle gets broken up pretty quick.
Now batting, number 8.
And now at the plate is the third baseman, number 8, Dalen Gonzalez. The pitch, high for ball one. So one ball, no strikes on Dalen Gonzalez. The pitch, Gonzalez with a nice hard hit, fielded by the shortstop. Fires it over to first, and they're going to get Gonzalez out at first for out number 2. So up next is the second baseman, number 2, J.J. Garcia. First pitch, high for ball one. So one ball, no strikes on Garcia. Next pitch is in there for a strike. Supak working quickly, and Garcia hits it right up the middle, gets by the pitcher, fielded by the shortstop, and fires it over to first for out number 3. So we head to the top of the second. Cowboys lead 4-0 off a 3-run home run from Will Shavy. You're watching D'Hanis Cowboy Baseball. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to start the top of the second. Leading off for the Lions is the right fielder, number 13, Jake Kubala. Once again, Ryan Henry in the mound. Ethan Ray is behind the plate. First pitch outside for ball one. Cowboys leading 4-0 here in the top of the second, highlighted by a 3-run home run by Will Shavy to right field. Henry with the pitch, just misses. Ball two. So 2 balls and no strikes on the right fielder, Jake Kubala. Henry with the pitch inside for strike one. So 2 balls and 1 strike on the batter with Gonzalez, Redden, Garcia, and Bridges in the infield for the Cowboys. The pitch in there for a called strike. So 2 balls and 2 strikes with Herman, Langfield, and Tapia in the outfield. Henry with the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3 and out number 1. That is the 3rd strikeout for Ryan Henry in the ballgame. Up next is the first baseman, number 11, Parker Vitek. First pitch, Vitek sends it right up the middle to center, and Langfield's going to be there immediately to stop it from making its way to the fence. So a single for Parker Vitek. And up next is the left fielder, number 34, Chance Konvichka. So Vitek on first for the Lions. Konvichka now at the plate. The pitch in there for a called strike. So no balls and 1 strike on Konvichka. Henry with the pitch, fouled off. So the count is now no balls and 2 strikes on the batter, with Vitek on first base for the Lions. Konvichka at the plate. Ryan Henry on the mound for the Cowboys. The pitch from Henry, swung on and fouled. Out of play. So the count remains no balls and 2 strikes on Konvichka. The pitch coming from Henry. Swing and a miss. First strike 3 and out number 2. And up next is the second baseman, number 25, Easton Yeager, with Parker Vitek on first for the Lions. Henry checks the runner, no throw attempted. Just letting him know that he's keeping his eye on him. So Ryan Henry on the mound. Delivers a pitch. Yeager hits it, fielded by Redden at second, and he's going to toss it to Garcia for the force out and the 3rd out of the inning. So we head to the bottom of the second. Cowboys holding on to a 4-0 lead. You're watching D'Hanis Cowboy Baseball. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live from Marion High School, Region 4 Final, Game 2. Rain Redden leading off the inning for the Cowboys, and the first pitch is way off, so ball one. 1 ball and no strikes on Rain Redden. Keegan Supak on the mound for the Lions, delivers the pitch. Redden swings, chops it to third, fielded. And Redden is going to beat out the throw at first. So Redden with a little chopper to Cooper Mao at third. And Mao fires it over, but not in time, as Redden is there safe. And up next is the right fielder, number 3, Eusebio Tapia. So infield single for Rain Redden. And Tapia now at the plate. The pitch. Tapia tries to lay down a bunt, but it goes foul. So no balls and 1 strike on Eusebio Tapia. So Redden will make his way back to first. Tapia will get the signal from head coach Todd Kraft. So no balls and 1 strike on Tapia. The pitch just a bit high for ball 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike on the right fielder Eusebio Tapia, with Rain Redden on first for the Cowboys. Supak with the pitch. Tapia with the hard hit up the middle. Fielded by the shortstop, force out at second, fires it over to first for the double play. So 2 outs. And up next is the top of the lineup for the Cowboys, Luke Langfield. So nice double play by Gooley to Yeager to Vitek. Once again, Luke Langfield at the plate for the Cowboys. The pitch outside for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes as the breeze begins to pick up here. The pitch swung on, hit, and in the infield, Yeager there to make. Oh, he misjudged it, and Langfield with the hustle to second base. The second baseman Yeager misjudged it. I guess there might have been some communication error out there as well. And the ball just drops in. And Langfield, with his aggressive base running, makes his way to second. And up next is number 22, Leighton Herman. The pitch from Supak. Herman swings and misses for strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike on Herman, with Langfield standing on second for the Cowboys. And Reyes on deck. The pitch inside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Leighton Herman. The pitch inside corner, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Herman. Once again, Luke Langfield standing on second. Langfield going. Herman swings and fouls it back. So Langfield will go back to second, and the count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes on Herman. Keegan Supak on the mound for the Lions. The pitch. Herman swings and chops it to left field. And it's going to drop in. And Langfield's going to make his way in as the ball gets by the left fielder, as Herman rounds his way to second. And the Cowboys now lead 5-0. And up next is the catcher, number 14, Ethan Reyes.
Now batting, number 14, Ethan Reyes.
Herman with the lead on second. Supak with the pitch. Gets by the catcher. And Herman's going to stand up safely at third. So 1 ball and no strikes on Reyes. The pitch. Nice hard hit to the shortstop. Fielded, fires it over to first. And they're going to get Reyes out at first. But the Cowboys bring one across, leave one stranded as we head to the top of the third. And now lead 5-0. You're watching the Hennis Cowboy Baseball. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live from Marion High School. Game 2 of the best of 3 series, Region 4 final between the Fayetteville Lions and your DeHennis Cowboys. Leading off the inning for the Lions is number 17, Cooper Mao. And the first pitch is fouled down third base line, so no balls and 1 strike on the batter. Ryan Henry on the mound for the Cowboys. Ethan Reyes behind the plate. Gonzalez, Redden, Garcia, and Bridges in the infield. Henry at the pitch outside for ball 1. And in the outfield from left to right, Herman, Langfield, and Tapia. Henry with the pitch outside for ball 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Cooper Mao. Pitch from Henry. Mao swings and pops it up. Tapia getting right under it in right field and collapses with Langfield, but makes the catch for out number 1. Up next is the pitcher number 12, Keegan Supak.
Number 12, Keegan Supak.
Now the umpires are going to huddle up, and I guess he's going to ask for help.
Yes, he does. That's showing, but he caught it.
And the coaches are going out to the outfield to make sure that Tapia and Langfield are okay as they collided. But somehow Tapia made the catch. right, back to play we go. Ryan Henry on the mound. Keegan Supak at the plate. The pitch in there for a called strike. So no balls and 1 strike on Supak. Ryan Henry on the mound. Eat the reins behind the plate. The pitch from Henry in there for strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes on Keegan Supak with 1 out. The pitch just misses. Ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Supak. Pitch coming up from Henry. Misses outside for ball 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Henry. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And out number 2. It's a 5th strikeout of the ball game for Ryan Henry. And it's going to bring up the center fielder, number 8, Reed Gross. Pitch from Henry outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Gross. The pitch from Henry. Gross swings and fouls it down left field line. Brings the count to 1 ball and 1 strike on Reed Gross. The pitch from Henry. Gross with a nice hard hit to Garcia, who fields it at second and fires it over to first to Bridges for out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Cowboys leading 5-0. You're watching D'Hanis Cowboy Baseball. We'll be right back.
Hi, welcome back. I'm certainly glad you could join me today because today is a very, very special day to me, and I'm glad that you're here to share it with me. So let's get started. Tell you what, I want to get you to try being creative on canvas, just to take your time and sit down, have nothing in mind when you start. Just have a good feeling and be happy and in love with life and your world, and sit down and begin playing. Okay, now I'm going to wash the old brush. And as you know, we wash our brushes with odorless thinner, shake off the excess, just beat the devil out of it. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's a super little painting. It'll teach you a great deal. And I want to thank you once again for sharing today with me, because this was a very special day. And from all of us here, I'd like to wish you happy painting and God bless.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live from Marion High School, Region 4 final, Game 2. Leading off the inning for the Cowboys is the pitcher number 6, Ryan Henry. Supak remains on the mound for the Lions, and the first pitch is inside for ball 1. You have Supak on the mound, Fritsch behind the plate, Maul, Gully, Yeager, and Vitek in the infield. And next pitch is high for ball 2. And in the outfield for the Lions, you have Konvichka, Gross, and Kubala. The pitch, low for ball 3. So 3 balls and no strikes on Ryan Henry. The pitch, in there for a called strike. So 3 balls and 1 strike on Ryan Henry with Keegan Supak on the mound. And Henry with a nice hard hit. Nice stop by the shortstop goalie who fires it over to first. And they're going to say they got him. So excellent play by Travis Gooley at short. An excellent throw to first to get Henry out. And up next is the designated hitter, Will Shavi, who hit a 3-run home run in the bottom of the first to right field. First pitch outside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes on Shavi. The pitch, Shavi swings, hits it, fielder by Mao at third, fires it over to first. And gets him in time for out number 2. Up next is the third baseman, number 8, Dalen Gonzalez. Supak with the pitch. Change up in there for a called strike. So no balls and 1 strike on Gonzalez. The pitch outside for ball 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike on Dalen Gonzalez. Supak with the pitch. Gonzalez with a nice hard hit to goalie at short. Bobbles it. Fires it over to first. And Gonzalez with the dive attempt. And he's out for out number 3. So we head to the top of the 4th. Cowboys holding on to a 5-0 lead. You're watching D'Hanis Cowboy Baseball. We'll be right back. Welcome back, and leading off for the Lions is number 10, the shortstop Travis Gooley, with Ryan Henry in the mound for the Cowboys. First pitch fouled off of his leg, so the count is now no balls and 1 strike on Gooley. With Ethan Reyes behind the plate, Gonzalez, Redden, Garcia, and Bridges in the infield, and the outfield from left to right, Herman, Langfield, and Tapia. The pitch coming up from Henry. Change up in there for a called strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes on Travis Gooley. The pitch from Henry outside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter. The pitch. Gooley fouls it down third base line, so the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gooley, the leadoff batter here in the top of the 4th for the Lions. Henry with the pitch. Just misses the outside corner, so it's going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes on Gooley. Pitch from Henry. Gooley with a nice hard hit to the gap. And Tapia will get to it and fired it in. So Gully leads the inning off for the Lions with the single. And up next is the catcher number 2, Logan Fritsch.
Number 2, Logan Fritsch.
So Gully on first for the Lions. And now Logan Fritsch at the plate. Ryan Henry on the mound, Ethan Reyes catching. The pitch. And Fritsch will get hit by the pitch. So runners are now on first and second for the Lions. It's going to bring up the right fielder, number 13, Jake Kubala.
Number 13, Jake Kubala.
And we're going to have a courtesy runner come in for Fritsch, number 22, Brody Dooley.
Courtesy running in first. Number 22, Brody Dooley.
So runners on first and second for the Lions. And Jake Kubala at the plate. Henry with the pitch in there for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike on Kubala. The pitch from Henry. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes on the batter, with runners on first and second for the Lions, with no outs here in the top of the 4th. The pitch from Henry. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and out number 1. That's a 6th strikeout of the ballgame for Ryan Henry.
Number 11, Parker.
And up next is the first baseman, number 11, Parker Vitek. Once again, runners on first and second. Parker Vitek at the plate. Henry with the pitch. Swung on, hit. Over the head of Henry. Fielded by Redden at short. Fires it over to Bridges for out number 2. And the runners advance to second and third. And up next is the left fielder, number 34, Chance Konvichka.
Number 34, Chance Konvichka.
So runners on second and third. Konvichka at the plate. Ryan Henry in the mound. Ethan Reyes behind the plate. Gonzalez, Redden, Garcia, and Bridges in the infield. Herman, Langfield, and Tapia in the outfield from left to right. The pitch from Henry outside for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Konvichka. Henry with the pitch. Konvichka fouls it back off the net. Brings the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. With 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Cowboys holding on to a 5-0 lead, scoring 4 runs in the first, 1 in the second. Henry with the pitch, breaking ball, just misses. Ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Henry with the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. So deuces across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Cowboys leading 5-0. Ryan Henry on the mound. Delivers the pitch outside for ball 3. Counts now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes on Konvichka. The pitch from Henry, fouled off. Count remains full, 3 balls and 2 strikes on Chance Konvichka, the left fielder for the Lions. You have Gully on third, Fritsch on second. The pitch from Henry, swung on and fouled out of play. Count remains full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Once again, Ryan Henry on the mound for the Cowboys. Ethan Reyes behind the plate. Lions threatening with runners on second and third. Pitch from Henry. And fouled back once again, out of play. There's a lucky fan. So it counts full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Henry. And Konvichka is going to get hit by the pitch. And it's going to load up the bases for the Lions. And it's going to bring up the second baseman, number 25, Easton Yeager.
Number 25, Easton Yeager.
So once again, bases loaded for the Lions. You have Gully on third, Fritsch on second, and Konvichka on first. And Yeager at the plate now for the Lions. The pitch from Henry. They're going to check to see if he went, and the umpire says he didn't. So 1 ball and no strikes on Easton Yeager. The pitch from Henry. In there for a called strike. So 1 ball and 1 strike on Yeager. Bases loaded. Henry with the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes on Yeager. The pitch from Henry. Yeager chops it to second. Fielded by Garcia. Fires it over to first to Bridges for out number 3. And the Cowboys get out of the jam. As we head to the bottom of the 4th, Lions leave 3 stranded. Cowboys lead 5-0. You're watching the Hennis Cowboy Baseball. We'll be right back.
Hi, welcome back. I'm certainly glad you could join me today because today is a very, very special day to me, and I'm glad that you're here to share it with me. So let's get started. Tell you what, I want to get you to try being creative on canvas, just to take your time and sit down and have nothing in mind when you start. Just have a good feeling and be happy and in love with life and your world, and sit down and begin playing. Okay, now I'm going to wash the old brush. And as you know, we wash our brushes with odorless thinner, shake off the excess, just beat the devil out of it. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's a super little painting. It'll teach you a great deal. And I want to thank you once again for sharing today with me, because this was a very special day. And from all of us here, I'd like to wish you happy painting and God bless.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, from Marion High School. Game number 2 of Region 4 1A baseball. Leading off the inning for the Cowboys is number 2, J.J. Garcia. First pitch from Supak high for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Next pitch is in there for a called strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike on J.J. Garcia, with Keegan Supak still on the mound for the Lions. The pitch. Garcia swings and fouls it back off the net. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on J.J. Garcia. Supak with the pitch. Garcia swings and fouls it back. Once again, J.J. Garcia in there battling. 1 ball, 2 strikes. With Supak on the mound, Logan Frisch behind the plate. The pitch, high for ball 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch, high for ball 3. So it counts now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes on J.J. Garcia. pitch. Garcia swings and fouls it out of play. So the count remains full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on the batter, J.J. Garcia. Second baseman for the Cowboys. The pitch. Garcia swings. Fielded by Gulli at short. Bobbles it. Gulli still sticks with the play. Fires it over to first. And Garcia's going to get there safely. And up next is the shortstop, number 4, Rain Redden.
Now it's the bat number 4, Rain Redden.
So Supak on the mound for the Lions. Delivers the pitch. Redden swings and pops it out of play. So no balls and 1 strike on Rain Redden, with J.J. Garcia on first for the Cowboys. And Supak's going to check Garcia at first, and Garcia's going to get back in time. Count is still no balls and 1 strike on Rain Redden. The pitch, Redden's showed bunt, fires it over to first, and they're going to pick up Garcia as Logan Fritsch fires it down to first, and the tag is applied by Parker Vitek for out number 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike on Rain Redden. And they're going to ask the umpire if he went, but he didn't, so count remains 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out here. The pitch. In there for a called strike. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on Redden. Redden swings, and it looks like it's going to get caught by the center fielder, Reed Gross, as he hustles in to make the catch for out number 2. So up next is the number 3, the right fielder, Eusebio Tapia.
Now batting, number 3, Eusebio Tapia.
So once again, Keegan Supak on the mound for the Lions. Eusebio Tapia now at the plate for the Cowboys. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike on Tapia. The pitch from Supak, Tapia fouls it back. So the count is now no balls and 2 strikes. No balls and 2 strikes on Eusebio Tapia. Supak with the windup and the pitch. Outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Tapia. The pitch outside for ball 2. So deuces across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And Tapia calls time. Once again, 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. The pitch, low for ball 3. Counts now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes on Tapia. The pitch, Tapia swings and fouls it back off the net. Count remains full. 3 balls and 2 strikes once again on Eusebio Tapia with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Cowboys leading 5-0 over the Lions. Supak with the pitch, and just misses, ball 4. So Tapia will make his way towards first, And the Cowboys are back at the top of the lineup with Luke Langfield now at the plate. And we're going to have a courtesy runner for Tapia at first. It's going to be number 21, Cade Henry. As the wind is picking up now. Cool us down a bit. Supak on the mound, Langfield at the plate. The pitch outside for ball one, and the catcher fires it over to first, and the first baseman, as it falls out of his glove. So 1 ball, no strikes on Langfield.
Pitch runner at first, number 21, Cade Henry.
The pitch from Supak. Langfield with a nice hard hit up the middle, fielded by Yeager, who's going to touch second for the out. As we head to the top of the 5th, Cowboys leave 1 runner stranded and still lead 5-0. You're watching D'Hanis Cowboy Baseball. We'll be right back.
Well, hello there. I bet you didn't know I am a big fan of the D'Hanis Cowboys and Cowgirls. So go get them and let's win. Remember, we are D'Hanis.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Leading off the inning for the Lions is the third baseman, number 17, Cooper Mao. With Ryan Henry on the mound, Ethan Reyes behind the plate. Gonzalez, Redden, Garcia, and Bridges in the infield. In the outfield from left to right, Herman, Langfield, and Tapia. First pitch is in there for a called strike. So no balls and 1 strike on Cooper Mao. The pitch from Henry. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes on the batter. The pitch from Henry. And Mao is going to get hit by the pitch. And he's going to make his way towards first. It's going to bring up the top of the lineup the pitcher, number 12, Keegan Supak. And they're going to check on Cooper Mao at first. So Ryan Henry got ahead of the count, no balls and 2 strikes, and then on the third pitch, hit the batter, and Mao is now standing on first for the Lions. All right, back to play we go. Keegan Supak at the plate for the Lions. Runner on first. Henry with the pitch. Outside for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Supak. The pitch from Henry outside once again. So 2 balls and no strikes on the batter with the runner on first. The pitch from Henry in there for a called strike. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Keegan Supak, with no outs here in the top of the 5th. The pitch from Henry, low for ball 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike. The pitch from Henry. Supak hits it, fielded by Gonzalez at third, fires it to Garcia at second, and Garcia fires it over to first. Not in time, so 1 out, force out at second. And Supak is safe at first. And up next is the center fielder, number 8, Reed Gross. Ryan Henry on the mound, Ethan Reyes behind the plate. Supak on first. Pitch is in there for a called strike. So no balls and 1 strike on Gross. Once again, Keegan Supak on first. And he's going and fires it to second. And they're going to get him out as Henry stepped off the mound and fired it to Garcia. And the umpire said that he was called out. So once again, Reed Gross at the plate. The pitch from Henry outside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch from Henry, swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Reed Gross with Ryan Henry on the mound. Ethan Reyes behind the plate. The pitch fouled back into the net. So the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Here in the top of the 5th, as the Cowboys have been holding on to a 5-0 lead. Henry with the pitch outside for ball 2. So deuces across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And Reed Gross at the plate for the Lions. Henry with the pitch. Gross fouls it out of play. So the count remains deuces wild. The pitch from Henry. Nice hard hit. Gets by Redden and into the gap. Langfield there. Fires it into Redden. A nice hard hit by Reed Gross in the gap for a double. And up next is the shortstop, number 10, Travis Gully.
Now batting, number 10, Travis Gully.
So Reed Gross on second. Travis Gully now at the plate. Henry with the pitch outside for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on the shortstop, Gully. A pitch from Henry. Gully swings and pops it up deep to right field and goes over the head of Tapia. as he makes his way towards third. And Gross comes in to score for the Lions. And it appeared that Tapia was right under the ball. He must have misjudged it as it went over his head and bounced off the top of the fence as Gully hustles all the way to third. Up next is the catcher, number 2, Logan Fritsch. Henry with a pitch, swinging a miss, strike one. So no balls and 1 strike on Fritsch with Gully on third. Henry with the pitch. Gully hits it, fielded by Gonzalez at third. Fires it over to first. And they're going to say the throw was in time as Bridges makes a nice stretch to stop the ball. As we head to the bottom of the 5th, Cowboys now leading 5-1. You're watching D'Hanis Cowboy Baseball. We'll be right back.
You're watching live coverage on the D'Hanis Athletics page, home of the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the most up-to-date and late-breaking information. And go Cowboys and Cowgirls! You're watching live coverage on the D'Hanis Athletics page, home of the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the most up-to-date and late-breaking information. And go Cowboys and Cowgirls!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And leading off the inning for the Cowboys is the left fielder, number 22, Leighton Herman, with Keegan Supak remaining on the mound for the Lions. As we get ready to start the bottom of the 5th here live from Marion High School. First pitch is outside for ball 1. This is game 2, the best of 3 series. D'Hanis won game 1, 11-2 last night. And the next pitch is in there for strike 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike on Leighton Herman. And that pitch is just outside for ball 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike. As we are here in the bottom of the 5th. Swing and miss for strike 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Supak with the pitch. Herman swings and chopped it foul down first. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Leighton Herman. The pitch. Herman swings and pops it up to center field. And Gross is there as he camps right under it to make the catch for out number 1. Up next is the catcher, number 14, Ethan Reyes.
Number 14, Ethan Reyes.
Supak with a pitch outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. on Reyes. The pitch. Reyes swings and fouls it out of play. Brings the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. With 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th, Cowboys leading 5-1 over the Lions. This is game 2 of the best of 3 series. Cowboys lead the series 1-0. The pitch from Supak. Reyes sends a shot to the shortstop, Travis Gully, as he makes the catch for out number 2. Up next is the pitcher, number 6, Ryan Henry. Supak steps back on the mound. The pitch. Henry hits it, fielded by Gully at short, fires it over to first, and gets it there in time for out number 3. So we head to the top of the 6th with the Cowboys leading 5-1. You're watching D'Hanis Cowboy Baseball. We'll be right back.
You're watching live coverage on the D'Hanis Athletics page, home of the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the most up-to-date and late-breaking information. And go Cowboys and Cowgirls! You're watching live coverage on the D'Hanis Athletics page, home of the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the most up-to-date and late-breaking information. And go Cowboys and Cowgirls!
All right, back to play we go. Jake Kubala now at the plate for the Lions. Ryan Henry in the mound, Ethan Reyes behind the plate. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. Gonzalez, Redden, Garcia, Bridges in the infield. And in the outfield from left to right, Herman, Langfield, and Tapia. Henry with the pitch, swung on and hit and fouled out of play. So the count is now no balls and 2 strikes on Jake Kubala. So no balls, 2 strikes on the right fielder, Jake Kubala. The pitch from Henry just misses inside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter. The pitch fouled back. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes on Jake Kubala. Henry with the pitch. Kubala swings, pops it up in the infield. Redden there to make the catch for out number 1. It's going to bring up the first baseman, number 11, Parker Vitek, to the plate. pitch from Henry. Vitek with a nice hard hit, fielded by Redden at short. Fires it over to first to Bridges. And Bridges makes the catch for out number 2. It's going to bring up the left fielder now, number 34, Chance Konvichka. With 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. The pitch from Henry outside for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Konvichka. Outside and low for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes on the batter, with Ryan Henry on the mound for the Cowboys. The pitch just misses, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes with 2 outs. The pitch from Henry in there for a called strike. So 3 balls and 1 strike on Konvichka. The pitch. Konvichka swings, pops it up in the infield. Garcia calls everybody off and makes the catch for the 3rd out as we head to the bottom of the 6th with the Cowboys leading 5-1. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Leading off the inning for the Cowboys is Will Shavi. Supak on the mound for the Lions. The pitch in there for a called strike. So no balls and 1 strike on Will Shavi. Supak with the pitch on the turf for ball 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike on Will Shavi. And the next pitch is swung and fouled back off the net. So it brings the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Will Shavi. The pitch, breaking ball, fouled back as Shavi hangs in there. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes with no outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Shavi is the leadoff batter here in the inning. The pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss for strike 3 and out number 1. Up next is the third baseman, number 8, Dalen Gonzalez. Supak with the pitch. Gonzalez with a nice hard hit down to third. Stop by Mao. Fires it over to first. And not in time as Gonzalez is going to reach safely. So up next is the second baseman, number 2, J.J. Garcia. With Gonzalez now on first. Gonzalez with a good sized lead on first. The pitch in there for a called strike. No balls and 1 strike on Garcia. The pitch. Garcia swings and sends a shot to the gap. And it's going to drop in and go nearly over the head as Gonzalez makes his way towards third. And a single for J.J. Garcia. So the Cowboys now have runners on the corners, with Gonzalez on third, Garcia on first. And coming up next is the shortstop, number 4, Rain Redden. So once again, Dalen Gonzalez on third, J.J. Garcia on first, and Rain Redden now at the plate for the Cowboys. Supak fakes the throw to third. So once again, runners on the corners. Rain Redden at the plate with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Supak with the pitch in there for a called strike. No balls and 1 strike on Redden. Supak with the pitch. Redden swings and misses, and the ball gets by the catcher. And Garcia's going to make his way towards second. And I think Gonzalez thought that it was fouled back, so he stayed at third. But nonetheless, no balls and 2 strikes on Redden with 1 out. With Garcia now on second, Gonzalez on third. Umpire calls time. Now the umpire is saying 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch. And Redden with a nice hard hit to first. First baseman fires it home. And Gonzalez is going to get tagged out. And head coach Todd Kraft is saying that he missed the tag. But they're going to call Gonzalez out at home. It's going to be the 2nd out of the inning, with Garcia now on third, Redden on first, and the right fielder, number 3, Eusebio Tapia, now coming to the plate. And there's 2 outs, and they have 1 out on the scoreboard. That's why the fans are yelling on the Fayetteville side. Now they're going to get together to make sure that there's 2 outs. So 2 outs it is. Cowboys once again with runners on the corners. J.J. Garcia on third. Rain Redden on first. And Eusebio Tapia at the plate. The pitch. Redden will steal second with 1 ball and no strikes on Tapia. Supak with the pitch. Outside for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes on Eusebio Tapia. We've got Garcia on third, Redden on second. The pitch. Tapia with a nice hard hit to center is going to drop in front of Gross. And Garcia will come in and score. And Redden headed towards home play at the plate. And he's going to slide in safely under the tag. And the Cowboys now lead 7-1 on a base hit by Eusebio Tapia as 2 runs come in for the Cowboys. And now we're back to the top of the lineup with the center fielder, number 28, Luke Langfield.
Now batting, number 28, Luke Langfield.
So Tapia on first for the Cowboys. And Langfield at the plate. Supak with the pitch. Outside for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes on Luke Langfield. The pitch. Langfield with the hit. Fielded by Goliat at short. Fires it over to first. And gets him out as we head to the top of the 7th. Cowboys bring 2 runs in but leave 1 stranded. Now lead 7-1. You're watching D'Hanis Cowboy Baseball. We'll be right back.
You're watching live coverage on the D'Hanis Athletics page, home of the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the most up-to-date and late-breaking information. And go Cowboys and Cowgirls! You're watching live coverage on the D'Hanis Athletics page, home of the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the most up-to-date and late-breaking information. And go Cowboys and Cowgirls!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to start the top of the 7th. Leading off the inning for the Lions is the second baseman, number 25, Easton Yeager. First pitch from Henry is inside for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Easton Yeager. Henry with a pitch outside for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes on the batter. The pitch from Henry in there for a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike on Yeager. Henry with the pitch. Yeager hits it, nearly fielded by Redden, off the shoulder of Redden at short. And Yeager's going to reach first on the error. So now to bat is the designated hitter, number 17, Cooper Mao. The pitch from Henry inside for ball 1. So Ryan Henry on the mound, Ethan Reyes behind the plate, Gonzalez, Redden, Garcia, and Bridges in the infield. And the outfield from left to right, Herman, Langfield, and Tapia. Henry with the pitch inside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on Mao. And now head coach Todd Kraft's going to come out and speak with the infield. So the Cowboys leading 7-1 here in the top of the 7th. Cowboys scored 4 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the 6th, while the Lions scored 1 in the 5th. And that's where we're at, 7-1. As the huddle is quickly broken up. So once again, Ryan Henry remains on the mound for the Cowboys. Ethan Reyes behind the plate. Cooper Mao batting for the Lions with Yeager on first. Henry with the pitch. Low for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes on the batter. The pitch from Henry. In there for strike 1. So 3 balls and 1 strike on Cooper Mao with Yeager on first. Henry with the pitch. Mao with a nice hard hit to left field. And Herman's going to pick it up and fire it into Redden. So a single for Mao. And we have now runners on first and second with the top of the lineup. Now coming up to the plate is the pitcher, number 12, Keegan Supak. Henry with the pitch. Misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes with runners on first and second. You have Yeager on second, Mao on first, and Keegan Supak at the plate for the Lions. Henry with the pitch. Mao hits it, fielded by Gonzalez, going to touch the bag for the force out at third for the first out. And runners remain on first and second for the Lions, as Supak will reach first safely on the fielder's choice. So up next is the center fielder, number 8, Reed Gross. Henry with the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike on Gross with runners on first and second. The pitch from Henry, swing and a miss, strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes on Reed Gross. The pitch from Henry, Gross fouls it off. So the count remains no balls and 2 strikes on the batter with Yeager, with Mao on second, Supak on first. Henry with the pitch outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Gross. The pitch from Henry, Gross fouls it off as he continues the battle. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Reed Gross with 1 out here at the top of the 7th. Ryan Henry on the mound, Ethan Reyes behind the plate. The pitch from Henry, outside for ball 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Gross. Henry with the pitch. Gross fouls it off once again. Two balls and 2 strikes on Reed Gross. Ryan Henry on the mound. Ethan Reyes behind the plate. The pitch. Gross fouls it down left field line. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes on the batter. Henry with a pitch inside for ball 3. So the count's now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Gross. with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Henry with a pitch. Gross with a nice hard hit. Good stop by Redden at second, who tosses it to Garcia for the force out at second. Garcia try to turn 2, not in time. Excellent stop by Rain Redden at short to toss it to Garcia at second for the force out to get the second out of the inning. And head coach Todd Kraft goes out there to celebrate with Rain Redden the excellent stop that he made. So the runners on the corners now for the Lions, and we're going to have a pitching change. So we'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Game 2 of the Region 4 Final. Now on the mound for the Cowboys, moving from left to the pitcher's mound is Leighton Herman. Tapia moves over from right to left. Henry moves to shortstop, and checking into the ballgame in right field is number 1, Marcus Hernandez. And now at the plate for the Lions, it's the shortstop, number 10, Travis Goley. First pitch from Herman, high for ball 1. As the runner advances to second, so runners now on second and third for the Lions. Herman with the windup and the pitch outside for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes on Goley. The pitch from Herman just a bit high for ball 3. So 3 balls and no strikes on the batter. The pitch from Herman. They're going to check to say if he went. He did not go, the umpire says. So that's going to be a ball 4, and it's going to load up the bases for the Lions. So up next is the catcher, number 2, Logan Fritch, with the bases loaded for Fayetteville. Leighton Herman now on the mound for the Cowboys. The pitch inside for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Fritch. The pitch in there for a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike on Fritch. The bases loaded. The pitch from Herman. Fritch swings and pops it out of play. So brings the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. With 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Cowboys leading 7-1. The pitch from Herman swung on and fouled out of play by Fritch. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Herman with the windup and the pitch. Nice hard hit to center field, and it's going to go over the head of Langfield. So 1 run will come in, 2 runs, and 3 runs will come in off the hit of Logan Fritch. And the Cowboys now lead 7-4 here. Once again, as 3 runs have come in off the hit of Logan Fritch. So up next is the right fielder, number 13, Jake Kubala. The pitch from Herman, high and outside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on the batter. Herman with the pitch in there for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Jake Kubala. The pitch from Herman, high and outside for ball 2. The pitch from Herman catches the inside corner for strike 2. So deuces across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Leighton Herman on the mound for the Cowboys. Ethan Reyes behind the plate. The pitch fouled back into the net. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes on Jake Kubala. The pitch from Herman catches the outside corner, strike 3. And your D'Hanis Cowboys are Region 4 champions. Congratulations to head coach Todd Kraft, assistant coach Troy Langfield, and the D'Hanis Cowboys as they will make their way back to Round Rock, Texas, back to Dale Diamond for their 7th state tournament appearance, as they have appeared beginning in 1990, 91, 94, a championship in 95, 2003, a championship in 2019, and now in 2022, heading back to Round Rock, Texas for the state tournament. Once again, your D'Hanis Cowboys will join Region 1 representative Nazareth, Region 2 Abbott, Region 3 Kennard, and now we know who's punched the ticket for Region 4. Your D'Hanis Cowboys headed back to the state tournament. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to head coach Todd Kraft, assistant coach Troy Langfield, and the D'Hanis Cowboys as they head back to the state tournament for their 7th state appearance. Congratulations to both teams. It was a great series. So till next time, good night and God bless.